Welcome to Sabor Astrology with T and Shay, a podcast for the soul. Today, we'll be talking about the current cosmic energies. And without further ado, I'd love to pass the taza to T for the transits of the week. Welcome, T.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sabor Astrology. Yeah, we have not so many transits, but very powerful transits is what we're looking at this week. And we're going to start off with on the 16th, Venus enters Aquarius at 11:05 a.m. here in the East. Venus in the air sign of Aquarius owns her power. She's a nonconformist, and she will open up the rule book she created while she was in Capricorn, and she will tear out the pages. That's the energy that I got. She'll take chances in her relationships and business transactions and any beauteous activity she's involved in. Venus in Aquarius is not worried about what other people are doing and how they're doing it. She is free. She is me. She is you. So look to that energy on the 16th, and that will be something that I would say enjoy, and know that changes are happening. These are transformative times, and there's just no getting around that. Yes, Shay, what are your
Love
words?
it. Love it. With Venus trajectory out from Capricorn to Aquarius, it helps the collective see the freedom in our relationships, love, and it also becomes like a glimmer of sparkles into a better inflow of income and finances. Because the sign of Aquarius is, think about the star card in the tarot, it is a glimmer, it is hope. And as I was mixing the pot here, preparing the transits, I came to realize a deeper concept. And I feel this could be a whole different podcast, but just to briefly talk about it, the deeper concept looked into the scope of Venus as a symbol of femininity and the feminine in correlation to the asteroids, which is all about, and the spirit they bring is about the reemergence of the great goddess, of the feminine and such. So in correlation to Venus in the sign of Aquarius, it connects very deeply, in my perspective, in my understanding, to Pallas Athena, the goddess of war and health. She is in a representation of the logic. So think about Aquarius and the creative Leo, which both of these signs are across from each other. They sit across from each other. So we're elevating from the hearth of Capricorn into the creative intelligence of Aquarius. Therefore, Venus ingress into the sign shares the same qualities as Pallas Athena. So just correlating those two along with Capricorn. And there's an ability to love through one's mind, through holding intellectual conversations, as well as distributing information towards universal love and wisdom. We're talking about Aquarius here, which is a glimmer of hope, wisdom in the universe. And as Venus shifts, she makes a conjunction with Mars and Aquarius, which brings a lot of harmony and peace for us. So this would be a good balance between our feminine and masculine. And the motto that came up with Venus and Aquarius is, in order to love oneself, one must love humanity and one must also fight for it. So that's the motto that came up for me as I was preparing. And celebrities with this placement include Taylor Swift, Muhammad Ali, and Paris Hilton.
So great. Oh my goodness. And I just want to reiterate what you're saying is that it's the feminine, the divine feminine that is for us all, right? When we accept all the aspects of ourselves, however it is that you identify, whatever your identity is, the masculine, feminine, the yin and the yang belong to all of us. And it's about owning that energy. So
Yes,
this is fabulous. Thank you for bringing that up.
you're welcome.
Love it. So then on the 18th at 11:13 p.m. here, Eastern time, the sun enters Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces. Happy birthday, all you Pisces, all you fishy fish people. Pisces symbol is that of two shimmering fish that are swimming to and fro, and that is symbolic of the mutability of this water sign. We think of the oceans, deep and blue. Pisces is known to be ruled by Neptune in modern sense. In traditional astrology, Pisces is ruled by the planet Jupiter that brings expansiveness and wisdom to our lives. Pisces people are known to be empathetic, they're compassionate, and they will give their all to the people that they love. when they are not deep into their mystical reveries, right? When they're not writing poetry or engaging in activities that bring depth and intuition. So, yeah, happy birthday, Pisces. I have some very important people in my life who are born in the sign of Pisces. Happy birthday.
Yes, it's our season. I'm a Pisces sun, so I can root for all of us. Thank you for sharing that, T. And when the sun glistens its rays into the sign of Pisces, it's like this transcendence that we go through. Again, it's the last of the zodiac. So it's like we're culminating some type of cycle that we're already needing to finish. And with the symbol of the fish, to expand a little bit on what T mentioned, it can also represent the subconscious mind, similar to the key 18, the moon in the tarot. It is the depthness of the mind. It also means fertility, feelings, emotions, birth, and submerging oneself into the self. It's like we're going into the self, into the core, into the heart. With this culmination, there's also repairing that happens. So we're repairing those things that throughout the cycle that we just went through, we need to work through to make things better, to make things more succinct for us, and as well as finding spiritual sanctuary. So we might feel more connected spiritually, we might feel more attuned, or we might feel like we're finding, again, a spiritual awakening here. As the sun is going into the Pisces, it does make an interesting connection to Mercury and Saturn. So this sun is sandwiched between these two planets, malefic planets, these two strong planets speaking to one another, and it will ask the collectives to stand on business, to really stand on one's true thoughts, ideas, responsibilities, and to trust the divine, especially with Saturn in the sign of Pisces. And a sprinkle of harmony also comes into play as we begin this season. And it's like we're beginning, but we're also ending a season. And then when we go into the Aries, that'll be another story where we're beginning another cycle. So let's enjoy the fruit of this kind of transcendent to Neptunian time. To get creative, do the things that feel good to you, and bask in that. And some celebrities with a Pisces sun include Albert Einstein, Erykah Badu, and Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things.
Three very different people, huh? Three very
Yes,
different people.
yes.
I love that. Okay. And I also just want to add, I don't know why it's like hitting me right now that know thyself, Pisces. It's so easy to shift and to, with the mutability, take on the attributes of those around you in your empathy, in your compassion,
Right.
in your dreaminess, also to work on the stability for yourself so that you are honoring yourself, your creations as such creative people, and to know where you begin and others, end, that there are some boundaries there. That's just coming to me because I love you, Pisces people. Okay. And I will mention my son is double Pisces, sun and moon in Pisces.
Wow.
Luckily for him, he has an ascendant in Taurus. So that helps keep him grounded. Amazing, right?
Imagine.
Yeah. All right. So we'll go on to our transits. Mercury in Aquarius sextiles Chiron in Aries, and that's from the 14th to the 15th. And I see this transit as an opportunity to speak out to the world and a larger vision. Again, this is a visionary time. Your view on the potentials for healing that can take place. The emotions that we hold within are channeled through us with clarity and thinking, right? Air sign, Aquarius. That might not usually be so accessible to us. This transit is quick as Mercury can be. However, it is extremely powerful. Use it well.
Hmm. Yes, definitely use it well. Anchor ourselves into this specific transit. What has been also in our collective consciousness surrounding the idea of pain or what that means, everyone has different ideas of what that means, is revealed. I got this image of open up the cork from a wine bottle or a bottle and it just spilling out. And it's symbolic here of being able to experience these big releases during this 1 day transit. We might be spilling out either with whether it's coming to terms with it or whether it's talking about it or sharing the emotional depthness of it. And it's not just sharing pain because it hurts, it's sharing the experience to grow from it. That experience, like what helped you grow, right? What helped you grow from this specific thing? So with that brings enormous amounts of healing, and this is very positive. Whether it's self-healing or someone destined to cross paths with us to bring that healing for us, to shine that light in our road, it's there for us. Also, it could show up as releasing someone significant. So someone that hasn't been serving us well or hasn't been directing us in the right direction, that no longer we feel serves a greater good in our life. We might be releasing those things, paths in our life, and really anchoring in this healing and really experiencing it. So I'm getting for all of us to practically do meditations during this 1 day transit where we're just putting in light over the aura, over the body. And if anyone's interested in learning more how to do that, feel free to contact and I can send some information. But it's all about anchoring that aura, anchoring the healing that we have.
Thank you. So then we go into Mercury in Aquarius squaring Uranus and Taurus, and that's right on the heels of the last transit, the 16th to the 17th. And here again, we have the power of ourselves as beings to declare that which is needed to manifest the larger work. Again, it's about the larger work. I see Mercury spinning around Uranus and talking to this planet of revolution. It's asking, what great changes will you make? It's asking us, what great changes will we make? Can we convince the people that it's time for liberation, for transformation on this planet, and that we are the only ones that can affect change? We can't leave it to the next person. We can't leave it to the person who's sitting on the train next to us. These are our responsibilities. We've chosen to come here during these times, and I feel very, very strongly about it. It's like the energy is just like pushing through me right now to share this message. There's big changes. We may seem disruptive, but I think that because Aquarius holds that pitcher of water, which is of the emotions, that we can channel that through. I think it's really important not to just make it a, Mercury in Aquarius, air, head. Don't make it about that. Let the emotions come through with it. And we can see this happen. It's not too late. And that's what I've got.
And T, as you're speaking, the rulers of both these planets are coming up of Aquarius and Taurus, so which is Uranus and Venus. And these are totally different energies. One is more softer, more grounded in earth with being in Taurus, and the other one is more sporadic thinking. So here it's saying, are we thinking too much of the self or around too much about what's in the environment versus the bigger picture here with Aquarius, the bigger humanity, what's happened with humanity? And doesn't mean that we have to dwell on it or take it on, but are we being more conscientious? Are we doing our part? And if we're not, we might feel those frustrations about, okay, all these changes around me, but I don't know how to handle it. Well, we have to become human. We have to become more conscious, have eyes everywhere, not through fear, but through more of helping and kindness, because that's the sweetness that Venus wants to bring in. And this also could be changes in our relationships, could be in the ways, in the formats that we've been communicating, that could be powerful for us. So there is frustration, there is these changes, but how can we ride that roller coaster? Or I always get this imagery of a boat, one of those wooden boats being in the middle of the ocean, and we have to be able to, if we stand up, it might tip over, but if we just crouch a little bit, right? And then balance it through our core. That's what I'm getting with this transit. It's anchoring that there. And I'm going to continue to say anchoring because it does, when there's any type of square with Uranus, it could become kind of like a zap, right? A zap of energy.
And as we know, you're saying core, right? And as we know, do your core work and you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do your core work. You're stable, you're steady, you're grounded, you're not going to fall as easily, right?
Right.
You trip over something on the street, you've done your core work, you're not going to fall flat on your face because you're able to hold yourself up. So that's really important when you talk about a core and about that work. So the last transit I'm going to bring up here is Venus in Capricorn conjuncts Pluto in Aquarius on the 16th and the 17th. And that's exactly while Mercury in Aquarius is squaring Uranus and Taurus, not to confuse things. But Venus in Capricorn is committed, right? She brings her sense of astute, aesthetic planning and offers these ideas and blueprints to Pluto. And Pluto is on board. Although Pluto wants to create an upheaval that to the energies of Venus is unheard of, right? Which you were just talking about Uranus and Venus. It's like, what? Anyway, so this is all this mix that's going on here. So she prefers going the distance, no matter how long it takes, because she's grounded. I think she's like a stealth grounded. Pluto says, now let's go, no time to waste. And together they sit and compromise and create. You can also experience this on your own. Are you Venus or are you Pluto? And who are you bringing to the table? How do you embody the planets? How will you manifest your ideas? Are you going to plunder or are you going to work through by careful and graceful design? So we have choices here. Again, I'll say be open to major transformations. We're at this time of the year. And we're going right into Pisces, which is universal. It's not just me. It's not just me and what I want, right? We do that in Aries in the first house, right? Aries in the first house on your on a natural chart.
Yeah.
We've come a long way. So what are we going to do now for the bigger picture? So that's what I've got. What do you got?
Absolutely. Bigger picture. Still an Aquarius, Capricorn. These again, bigger picture, freedom, breaking from societal norms, but it is that bigger picture. And it is here what I'm getting a sense of these powerful connections that we are now allowed to experience. I'm getting for us collectively, we might be sitting in people's tables that we never thought we would be sitting with, and we'll be learning something new here. And for us to not shy away from that opportunity for that power to come in. Here, Venus is getting full power, she's relentless here, I feel, in a way, because she's getting that power. She's learning how to step into her power next to Pluto. And Pluto might make her feel uncomfortable, but she shouldn't shy away. She should stand forth in her divinity and her beauty. Face Pluto. And it sounds like I'm narrating a movie, right? But it's not. It's just these two planets, one Venus being such a soft energy, and then Pluto being a bigger energy. And also for us to be mindful of what manipulations have we been experiencing, or what have we been afraid to express in the world. And again, not to shy away, stand in one's core and one's bigger picture and bigger vision, like T mentioned.
That's great. So those are our transits for the week. Short but powerful, right? Tiny but mighty.
Yes.
So, yes, everyone, that was great to have you here again. Please, any questions, any comments, put them down below or email us. We'll be happy to speak to you. I will say that in my own work, what's coming up for me recently in my readings is that so many people who have crossed over are coming to give messages to their loved ones. And that's actually not a plug for you to schedule a reading with me. That is so that you can be aware of the messages that are coming through for you, whether you want them to come through me or through Shay, however it is, but to know that the messages are being directed at you and to be open to them. When you feel your loved one who has crossed over and you feel it in the music, if you see it on television, if you look down and there's something there that reminds you of that person, that is their spirit, that is their energy coming to you. So don't, negate your intuition. Believe in yourself. Believe in
Mm.
the powers of intuition and of love. I think that these experiences can be life-changing. So I think they wanted me to say that to you. So that's what I've got.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I could resonate with that for sure. Thank you for sharing that. That means a lot. I feel like that was for me.
That's for me too.
Mm.
Oh
So
my
is there
goodness.
anything else, T, that you're doing this week or that's coming up that you would like to share?
Well, I'm, open for readings. You can go on my website, teresavarela.com, schedule a reading. So I'm open for that, but behind the scenes, I've been working on finishing up my Graciela La Gitana Oracle companion book. It's almost done. I'm like down to the last edits. I'm really excited about that because it's a work that I've been involved with for many, many years with my spirit guide, one of my spirit guides, Graciela, and she gifted us with this oracle. She gifted us with this deck, and I listened. I was like, what, me, what? Anyway, did it, and the book is going to be out soon. And yeah, once the book is out, then I will definitely hold some classes and workshops, and we'll have some fun with it all. So that's what's going on with me. What's going on with you, Shay?
I love that. So as usual, I have consultations, astrology readings, tarot readings, healings, all in person, virtual. I have them also by phone, and also not a lot of people know this, but I also do e-sync tarot readings, which means I do you book a reading and I'll send you a recording of this reading to you. I know a lot of people are busy, don't have the time to sit down with me. So this is an opportunity to receive an e-sync reading. The information will be linked down below with all of that. And I am open for, again, all my offerings on Saturdays and Sundays. So just contact me. Everything will be down below. And thank you all. Remember to like, share, follow us, share this with the world, to people that you feel can benefit from this podcast. Remember to go into Patreon on February 14th. I have a little surprise for all of you. So stay tuned for that. And con mucho, mucho sabor, Sabor Astrology. Thank you.
Bye all.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Sabor Astrology with T and Shay. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.